Standing outside Fenway Park, and we're going to the baseball game. Supposedly it lasts like 4 hours. We'll probably do about an hour. Get drunk, get a hot dog, go here.
Pretty new to me.
You take Scotland winning this World Cup if it meant England won the next 3 World Cups?
Absolutely not.
No!
Absolutely not. We can't have England winning any World Cups.
We win this one, England gets the next 3.
No chance. No chance.
I would take
England.
Really? I would take it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. I would. And then I just don't watch football for the rest of my life.
Absolutely not. No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. 3 World Cups, no.
3 World Cups.
3 World Cups?
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
It's all about Scotland.
England have won 1 more World Cup than us.
We got good food? Yes! It's so beautiful! I love you! I love you too, Bunny.
This is terrific. I love it. Hits that scooper in for a strike, and it's 2-2. They may not know what they're rooting for, but they're rooting awfully hard. They're having fun.
The 2026 World Cup was supposed to be about football, but for traveling fans in America, it quickly became something bigger. Baseball games at Fenway, strangers singing together, Scottish fans arguing about England, and Europeans cheering at sports they barely understood. They may not have known every rule, but they understood the feeling. America had turned the tournament into a full cultural experience.
I've just gone to Walgreens, but there's a fire station right outside. I'm going to go ask if I can go have a look at the fire engines. And they've let me in. I'm right outside with one of the fire engines. This is nuts. Honestly, everyone in America is so nice. They just say yes. Look at this one behind me. That's absolutely insane. Look how big the cab on that is. And it goes all the way back there. And then this is the back of the other one. I can't believe I've just been able to ask and be invited in. This is pretty cool. I'm still so awkward at filming in public, but I've just left. The people there were so nice. Matt the fireman was great. He gave me a show around, gave me a tour, but I honestly didn't feel much of it just because it felt so awkward. It's all still pretty new to me.
You take
portion sizes in the restaurants are a bit bigger, like you feel like you're getting more value for money on your food.
The buildings are like really high in the sky.
I don't think the Scottish mind can comprehend how big New York is. Like, you see things on a map, we think we can walk it, and then Google Maps tells us it's like 3 hours away, and we're like, okay.
They're huge. We have like 15, 16 floors in Norway.
For many Europeans, the first real shock was the people and the scale. A fan could walk up to a fire station, ask to see the trucks, and somehow get a full tour in New York, a city with a cold reputation. Visitors found smiles and help at the same time. America overwhelmed them physically. Bigger drinks, bigger portions, taller buildings, and distances that made every map feel misleading.
It's time for us Scotland fans to see a bit of Boston instead of just going to the bars. So we went to Billy's and they do amazing sandwiches here.
Go Scotland! Go Scotland!
We ordered the Italian sub and oh my goodness, look at all the things inside here. It was $11 and my brother Hugh said it was one of the best sandwiches he's had in his entire life. So yummy actually. I really like all these cute little buildings in Boston. They're all made from brick and they're so nice. And I saw this fire escape which reminded me of Friends. In America there are so many into North End, which is a part of Boston that has a lot of Italian influence, and there are Italian grocery stores, restaurants and bakeries as well. And I got a cannoli from this place. I think it's called cannoli, quite hard to pronounce, but this was very good. My brother Hugh ordered a lobster roll and I ate the other half of it, and there were huge chunks of lobster inside it. It was very yummy. So good. Boston has so much.
Up my bags now, and I just wanted to come on and say thank you. Thank you to everyone who's interacted, liked, shared, commented, and everyone that I've seen in person, all the people of Boston. I can't believe it. Like, I'm honestly speechless. Whenever I try and film these videos, I always try and do them in different takes, but I'm just taking this one take and running with it because, yeah, you guys have changed my life. When I go back to Glasgow, like, it's not going to be the same, and yeah, I'm eternally grateful for it. I can't believe it. Like, when we were coming on this trip, I couldn't have imagined it going as well as it has, and just all the things, all the gifts that were coming back, everyone that came to the event, that gave us stuff, the can that Governor Healy drank from, Yeah, what a trip. What a trip. I'm so grateful.
Boston became more than a host city. For Scottish fans, it became a place to explore, eat, walk, and slowly fall in love with. The city gave them brick streets, Italian neighborhoods, lobster rolls, cannoli, giant sandwiches, and a strange feeling of familiarity. The jokes, gifts, traffic cone, and thank you videos turned a World Cup stop into a real bond.
It's your last day in Texas, won't wait to airport. What are you going to miss most?
Well, obviously you guys, and I'm going to miss the Texans. Lovely people, made me feel really welcome. Yeah.
What are you not going to miss?
This heat and the old I-35.
You don't like I-35, do you?
No, it's squeaky bum time on I-35.
Day 2 to having the Germany-Curacao game on the flight. This is living good. And Dallas, Texas, we are in you. First impressions, lots and lots of road. This place is absolutely massive and no one walks anywhere. Airbnb was another banger at just £35 a night with a pool, which will be much needed as it's mega hot here right now. We're in Texas, so it's only right our first meal was a barbecue. We went to Hurtado, got a sharing platter for $40 each. It was absolutely insane. Great value, good service, highly recommend it.
This might be the best barbecue food I've ever eaten in my whole entire existence. This is incredible. Unbelievable. Am I going to run my mouth, am I?
Oh, I'm so hungry, boys. I can eat a grown man's ass. Let's eat, eh? Let's eat.
Alright, yo, we're just giving that out of 10 then. 10.
One of the best, no, not one of, the best barbecue I've ever eaten in my whole entire life.
Would you come back to America just for that?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, generational that was. Incredible.
Trying Chick-fil-A in America for the first time as a Brit, and everyone has been telling me to come here, so let's see if it lives up to the hype.
Can I get the Chick-fil-A chicken, please?
Is there a beverage?
Come in.
To drink, sorry.
Texas gave visitors a different America. Heat, highways, pools, barbecue, motels, gas stations, and endless open space. A simple drive felt like an expedition. A motel felt like a movie. A gas station felt like a supermarket. And barbecue became life-changing. Through the heat and highways, one thing kept standing out. Texans made them feel welcome.
Wildest things I've ever seen. Look at this. It's a self-driving car, mate. What? I honestly thought they only had these in Japan or something. This is insane, bro. Look.
What the hell is this place? What is this? Why is there stuff, animals? What is this? Up there! Oh my god! Just look at this place. Look at that. Look at all these hats.
Someone else done this.
There's so many. Yeah. There's so many colours. God, I'm overstimulated. There's a cactus. Oh, it's not real. There's a cactus here. There's more hats. What's with the hat? And there's clothes. This is hunting clothes. I know that this is a place where you can buy hunting stuff. So for me, this is like a mix between like BCF at home and like Bunnings, maybe. Are these real? Please tell me these aren't real. I actually low-key love this shirt. Really cute shirt. Arizona. I want it. $20. I'm getting it. This is so crazy. There is so much merch. Look, more hats, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 things of hats just here. What doesn't kill you will make you stronger, except bears. Bears will kill you. We don't have bears in Australia. Tell me about bears. I don't know. I know this is a hunting store, and fishing, but look how many rows and rows of fishing poles there are. I mean, we probably have bears in Australia. I don't go fishing, so I don't know. If we do, if you're Australian, tell me. But like, look how many choices. How you meant to know which one you want? Oh my god, I've just found.
Then came the America that felt impossible to explain. A hunting store became a maze of hats, fishing poles, animal displays, and endless choices. A sports bar had more screens than some airports. The World Cup spilled into baseball games, city squares, and random streets. Norwegian fans brought Viking energy to a Mets game. Even a self-driving car became part of the culture shock.
To us. The US citizens have been so welcoming, and there's been smiles all over the place, so yeah, it's been a great hosting country, so thank you for everyone.
We owe America a huge apology because this World Cup has been better than anyone could have imagined. Before coming out, everyone was complaining that the pitches might not be right, that the place might not be safe, but the pitches have been fun and it feels like one of the safest games I've ever been to. Everyone here is really happy. I've just watched Ghana draw 0-0 with England in the World Cup, and everything has gone so smoothly both times I've gone into the ground as well. There's been no issues with tickets, no one jumping in, getting in when they don't have a ticket. It's been absolutely incredible.
By the end, the story had completely changed. Fans came expecting danger, bad organization, weak atmosphere, and a country that did not understand the game. Instead, they found safe crowds, smooth stadium entry, welcoming cities, sports bars, baseball nights, fire station tours, giant sandwiches, Texas barbecue, and strangers who treated them like friends. The World Cup did not just show Europeans American stadiums, it showed them American life, front porches, gas stations, highways, fire stations, bars, Boston streets, Texas roads, and New York skylines. America was not perfect, but it was warmer, safer, bigger, funnier, and more welcoming than many visitors had been told, and for one unforgettable summer, the fans did not just watch the World Cup. They discovered a country they did not expect to love. Subscribe for more stories from the World Cup that the headlines completely missed. The 2026 World Cup was supposed to be football's biggest celebration ever. 48 teams, 3 host nations, more matches, more fans, and the largest stage the sport has ever built. But behind the goals, the flags, and the packed stadiums, another story is growing louder. Several national federations are now pushing back against FIFA, and this time, the complaints are not just about one bad call or one angry coach after a defeat. They are about the rules of the tournament itself, new disciplinary standards, inconsistent VAR decisions, travel restrictions, conduct scores, and a third-place ranking system so tight that one yellow card could change a nation's future. FIFA wanted this World Cup to feel bigger, cleaner, and more controlled. Instead, the size of the tournament is exposing every weakness in the system. And as the knockout rounds approach, one more controversial decision could turn this from a rules debate into a full-blown World Cup crisis. The controversy begins with one of FIFA's most talked about new rules, the so-called mouth-covering rule. Officially, it was introduced to stop players from hiding what they say during confrontations on the pitch, especially after recent high-profile abuse and racism cases in European football. On paper, the idea makes sense. FIFA wanted to show that player behavior would be monitored more seriously, and that offensive language would not be allowed to disappear behind a hand over the mouth. But the problem is not the purpose of the rule. The problem is how it has been applied. At a tournament this large, consistency is everything. If one player is punished harshly and another player in a similar situation escapes without even a card, every team starts asking the same question. Is this really a rule? Or is it a judgment call dressed up as a rule? Paraguay became one of the first teams to turn frustration into formal action. During the group stage, one of their players was shown a red card under the new rule, and the suspension that followed cost them a key player for the next match. The Paraguayan Football Association reportedly filed an official protest, arguing that the rule was not being enforced equally for cross matches. And then came the moment that made everything worse. Just days later, a similar incident involving an England player appeared to pass without the same punishment. Maybe FIFA saw the two incidents differently. Maybe the referee heard something different. Maybe the context was different. But in football, perception matters. Once fans and federations believe the same rule, being treated differently depending on the shirt, trust begins to collapse. FIFA has not fully killed that suspicion, and silence only makes the suspicion louder. Paraguay's complaint is about officiating. Iran's frustration is about something even bigger, logistics and access. Because of the political environment around their participation, Iran have reportedly faced unusual travel conditions, including being based in Mexico and crossing into the United States only around match days. Iranian officials have argued that this puts extra strain on preparation, recovery, and routine. At a World Cup, those details matter. A few lost hours of sleep matter, long travel matters, recovery windows matter, and on top of that, supporters have complained about ticket allocation problems and travel uncertainty after planning months in advance. For Iran, the question is not only whether they are being treated fairly on the pitch, it is whether they are being given the same conditions to compete before the match even starts. Then there is the VAR issue. FIFA expanded and adjusted the video review process for this tournament, giving on-field referees more discretion in certain situations, instead of making every decision feel controlled by the booth. In theory, that should create a better balance between technology and human judgment. In practice, it has created more variability. Two referees can look at similar incidents and reach different conclusions, while still being able to say they followed the protocol. That is where teams get angry. Brazil experienced this frustration when a penalty shout was waved away, despite replays showing clear contact. Their federation did not file a formal protest like Paraguay, but the message from their camp was obvious. The system has to decide what it wants to be, either trust the referee or trust the technology. Sitting in the middle only creates confusion. The quieter controversy may end up being one of the most dangerous. FIFA's team conduct and fair play scoring system can affect tiebreakers, especially among third-place teams fighting for qualification. That sounds like a small technical detail until you realize what it means. In a 4-8-team World Cup, where the best third-place teams can advance, one yellow card, one bench incident, or one disputed red card can become the difference between a country reaching the knockouts or going home. Several federations have questioned how transparent the conduct scoring really is. And they have a point. If a system can decide a team's tournament future, everyone needs to understand exactly how it works. Otherwise, every disciplinary decision becomes bigger than the match itself. The tournament's geography is another source of tension. With matches spread across the United States, Mexico, and Canada, teams are covering distances no World Cup squads have ever had to manage at this scale. Some have crossed time zones within a single week. Sports scientists and team doctors have raised concerns about jet lag, climate adjustment, and recovery time. FIFA points to the fact that the expanded format includes more rest days on paper. But rest days do not always mean recovery if travel consumes the schedule. A player can have 3 days between matches and still feel drained if one of those days is spent flying, transferring, adapting to a new climate, and resetting sleep. In a tournament where one mistake can end a campaign, fatigue is not a background detail, it is a competitive factor. So far, these controversies have mostly lived inside the group stage, but the danger for FIFA is what happens next. In the knockouts, everything gets louder. A red card no longer affects just a group table calculation. It can end a dream instantly. A disputed VAR call no longer becomes a talking point for one night. It can define a nation's entire World Cup. A conduct score controversy can turn into accusations that FIFA's own system sent the wrong team through. History suggests FIFA rarely changes rules in the middle of a World Cup, and a major U-turn is unlikely, but pressure from multiple federations at once is different. This is not one team complaining after one defeat. It is a pattern. Officiating, travel, VAR, conduct scoring, and player management all becoming connected under one larger question. Can FIFA actually control the tournament it created? This is where the tournament stands. FIFA wanted a bigger World Cup, but a bigger World Cup means bigger controversies. Paraguay are questioning enforcement, Iran are questioning logistics, other teams are questioning VAR, federations are watching the conduct score. Players are being told to control their emotions while fans are asking why the rules seem to change from match to match. Maybe FIFA can still calm this down with clearer communication and consistent decisions in the knockout rounds. But if another major call swings a quarterfinal or semifinal, this will no longer be a side story. It could become the defining controversy of the tournament. So what worries you most? The mouth-covering rule, VAR inconsistency, travel problems, or the conduct scoring system? Drop your take below, because at World Cup 2026, the football is not the only thing under pressure.